So today starts the end of this chapter. This is Callie's last visits in and out, Spot's last visit up on the door. And, well, not really, because we'll be back up, because we're not going to get this all at once. But this is the little cottage room that I film my lives from, and that's where I would sit and talk with you all. So I'm going to make some breakfast and we'll get this day started and come back occasionally to add some clips in as we go. Oven's hot for muffins, so I guess I better get cooking. Whoo-wee! I'm getting tired and it's just starting. I got most of this pile done here and some of the stuff there. I've got things that need to be inside vehicles and some things that can't be stacked, like my sewing machine and the serger. So I've got the serger in the front seat of the truck on the floor, and then Bernadette will ride shotgun, and then Scott's got my sewing machine in the trunk. And now I'm just trying to find things to fill in some small spaces. Let's walk out here. I might have to drive down to the garage, but this is what I've got so far here. That's Bernadette's outside play yard, but see, I could slip some things in here. These are really heavy, so whatever I put in there has got to be able to withstand shifting of those big old heavy things. And then the back seat is full. So I'm going to go down to the garage and see what I can find. All right, I was just kidding. I'm not going to the garage right away. I dug up the flowering almond and divided it. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then there's a baby one in the tall pot. And the one big pot needs to be divided again. The cats know something's up. They've been playing tag all morning. Tippy's like, "Where's my can of lunchtime food, Mama?" Isn't that right, Tip? But we're out of canned cat food, so I've got to pick some of that up on my way back. Oh dear, I think I damaged the side of the truck. Scott's gonna kick my ass. Yep, I scratched the truck. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna get back to moving and not even think about what I just did to the truck. Okay, injury number 1. Can you see the, there you go. Yeah, that hurts really bad. So I'm going to bandage it and get back to work. I've got the truck just about loaded so I can start on the car next. All right, the windows are still waiting for us to put in, and this is the pile of stuff I brought in yesterday, and Sally is up on top of the boxes. But I wanted to come in here, ignore any mess because we are in the middle of moving, please. But I wanted to show you where my craft room is going to be temporarily. And I'm going to be in this area. I've started setting up a little bit of stuff already. Sewing patterns and my glue. And then the machine that was my, the table that was my sewing machine table, I'm going to use as my craft table. And I'm going to set it here. And then my red cart with my paint and everything will roll in right here. And then I'm going to have my cutting table in the center of the room. And I'm going to, around the cutting table, I'm going to put my cubes. So I got to get the cutting table down here. Scott has said that there's a table, a work table, that he had created that he doesn't want anymore. And what he's going to do is he's going to cut it basically in half for me and make me a 6-foot long table that I can put right in front of the window there and put my old dressmaker, my white sewing machine that I'm going to keep because it does automatic buttonholes, and my serger all in a row there. And then I can, everything else I'm going to fit in around. I wish I had something that those, what are they called? Iris totes would slide in, but maybe eventually. But those are some papers and things, like there's Halloween paper and stuff in there, so I've got to figure out where to put that. We have another little table that has the printer on at the other house, and I'm thinking just put it next to that one, and it should hold both of the printers we have at the other house, because we have a black and white printer and a color printer at the other house. The printer on the top there is Greg's printer, so we'll have 3 printers to choose from. And so yeah, and Adele is supposed to take the grandfather clock this weekend when she comes up. So it's coming together. It's only day 1 of settling back in. I found a spot on the wall. I have to show it. I don't know how I missed that, but that's driving me crazy. Let's see. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but it's all spackly. So I got the paint out, and I'm going to touch that up with a brush. Scott said just put some furniture in front of it. But I have boxes. My goal is to get boxes empty so we can take empty boxes back to refill. So that's the goal. We'll see if it happens. So see y'all later. I'm beginning to think this is a comedy of errors. Wound number 3. So I've got my middle fingers tore up. I've got where my engagement ring flipped around and gouged me out. And then this is from wire briar, not blackberries. It's a wire. It's got thorns on it. It's a vine. I was pulling the old metal settee out of the bushes and didn't see the vine and jerked my hand into it. It's great. Feels great. I've cleaned it up. And there's Mr. Scott. He's out there painting. We'll go out there and speak with him. There's Scott finishing painting, sticking his tongue out at y'all. He's making progress. Oh, you're not going to do the other until you've done the ceiling?
That's correct.
Gotcha.
It's easier to cut in that way.
Yeah.
It's easier to cover
The cream than it is the gray.
Cover the gray.
Yep.
And I still have some touch-up I have to do on.
Yeah, because your wife is sloppy. Oh. Making a mess. So he's making progress on that. I've raked up the evil chestnut hulls. I got to get some black bags out. I would just load them in the wagon and take them out front for them to pick up, but they never do a really good job about picking them up, so I end up having to rake them in a pile and put them in a bag again. So I might as well just put them in bags, and they can grab the bags and throw them in the wagon. And then that's what I pulled out of the bushes. I'm going to put it up here for the cats. I don't think it'd hold a human. It's pretty rusted, but it'll be perfect for the kitty cats. And I'm going to make this like a flower garden or veggie mix here and put the bird feeders and stuff where the cats can watch the birds and have wind chimes and things. So we're making progress. I've got some boxes undone, but that's about as far as it's gotten so far. We'll be back after a bit. Okay, to round this out, we got the catio done as far as getting it enclosed. And Bernadette's checking it out. And Piper and Sally have both come and kind of looked out, but didn't come out. So there's our dining room table that we got from Uncle Jesse and Aunt Marietta's estate, the side table. And then that's you can see the rusty foot of it down there. It's a swing, and pulling it out of the bushes, I got caught by we call it wiregrass or wire vine, but it's got thorns on it. I mean, Bernadette, is saying, that smells like an Afghan. But I picked up the flowery comforter at Goodwill for $6. So I'm going to put that on there, and then I'm going to put some old pillows with pillowcases on there so they'll have somewhere to sleep. And that's what we've done. We still have some touch-up to do, but we can do that now that we've got this state done of getting the wire up. So we just used garden fence run off the roll up each section. So there we go. That's all wrapped up. My little guy is hurt. He's got some scratches and his leg is all swollen and he won't eat. So we'll see if resting will make him feel a little better. And if not, we'll take him to the vet tomorrow. Poor baby. And then Callie is home, but we have not seen Howard yet tonight, so I'm worried about him too. But hopefully he'll show up soon. I will be so glad when they can just be with us and we won't have to worry about them getting hurt. Poor Tip. Oh, poor baby. And the chaos continues. I just wanted to do a quick update. Tippy is walking around better. I think he was just pulled a little bit. He seems to be okay. He's off on an adventure. It won't be long. They won't be able to go on adventures, so I'm just letting him do it. It's getting better. That's packaging material, empty boxes. Scott's sister did come and she took a load of stuff down in her truck and she brought a few more boxes. We still have to load up that room. I still have to go through everything in the kitchen and pull out what's ours and leave what's Adele's. And but it's coming along. I'm working on laundry, and it's coming together. Tomorrow we'll get a U-Haul and load up everything left. That table and chair are mine. Everything else in here, furniture-wise, is Adele's. Yeah, we're getting there. I'm getting tired, but we'll manage. And we will succeed and get this move done. Next step. Okay, guys, I just have to come on and tell you about our comedy of errors and how we both tried to put our backs out. But anyway, here we are at the garage. We got the 20-foot rental. And sorry I'm shaking, but you'll see why in a minute. It has taken us... What time we got back here from the rental? About what, 10:30? I don't know what time it is now, but we just got a big honking table saw in there. Radio alarm saw. And he had to rig up you see the loading dolly? He's got that all loaded up. And yeah, it was like a whole comedy, so. I need to wrap something with plastic for him and get some more small boxes up top there that are lightweight, because you can't put more than 300 pounds up there. But I thought y'all might like to see. I should have put a camera up to show you how we loaded that.
That would have been going.
Oh my God!
Oh no!
So we still have what? The lathe, the saw, and that tower to go in before boxes start getting set. Is that right?
Huh?
That lathe, the saw, and the tower of stuff?
I'm thinking of leaving the saw here because I don't have a place for it.
Oh, okay. So the lathe and the other is the last awkward thing, I hope.
If Adele doesn't want it, I'll sell it.
Okay. Yay, we don't have to load that big honking saw.
That one's not too bad.
Oh, we got...
Yeah, but the wheels are not.
Yeah. Oh, and we got toolboxes too.
Oh, I forgot about those heavy damn things.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to load that top up.
Those are heavy. Oh,
We didn't pay attention to the width of the thing. We thought this was going to be like 30-inch wide ramp, and it's only like 26.
we're golden.
We're golden, he says. So let me get back to work, and we'll check in again if we can become better vloggers. I know.
Oh, that thing's heavy.
We've decided we need a 20-minute break.
I think that toolbox probably weighs 1,000 pounds.
All I know is I saw you going with it and I didn't like it. So I came and helped and now. And the top is off this table. We'll fix it when we come back. But we got this far. My craft table's giving us a headache. We got that little bit there. There's a little bit for the garage there. And then this little bit here and there. Not those racks, but that little table, the knitting thing, that, and these. And then there's stuff in the house. So we're taking 20. Okay, here it is. It's now Wednesday and we are still loading up the house. We are down to just what remains in this room and in that room. Everything has been pulled out of the other, so I have tidied up and rearranged this room back to how Adele had it when we moved in. So this is the only bedroom in the little house. So I thought I'd do a kind of reverse tour like we did when we first moved in. And so yeah, get this all toured in. And the closets are empty except for her stuff. And then this room here is almost empty. Thankfully, Tippy's sticking close today, so I won't have to hunt him later. Scott's working on his room. I just got the last of the books out of that bookcase. And then the kitchen, I just need to pull the stuff out of the refrigerator and wipe it out. And then it'll be good to go back for her use. And I'm going to leave the dish drainer because she doesn't have one. And it's kind of a necessity. And then the bathroom's behind there, but we don't need to do a show and tell of a bathroom. But I cleaned off the top of the fridge. Isn't that the goal for everyone, to eventually get to the top of the fridge? Isn't it amazing how much dust and grime builds up if you don't get to it occasionally? So anyway, I've got a few things left in the freezer. We're gonna leave them here. I'm not gonna try to transport frozen food. It just ain't happening. So that's where we are at the moment. And there's Scott. And Bernadette is just so puzzled, and so is Tippy. But we're getting there slowly. All right, updates coming later. All right, this is our last goodbye. I've got to get a few more things. We're trying to find Tippy. We've got Howie in the big blue one, and Callie's in the pink one, and Tippy will go in the gray as soon as he comes home. And Bernadette's sick of waiting, and they're gonna cry. But everything that's ours is pretty much out of here now. So there's the little living room, dining room area. And Callie's having a cow. And the little green room that we redid. And the kitchen. And we're going to leave that little fold-up chair table and put one of the chairs in here for Adele. Sorry, I'm moving fast. And Scott's already pulled the U-Haul up. And again, the bedroom is back here, made up and ready for Adele to come and stay when she's ready. So goodbye, little cottage. See you when we come back to pick up the things that are in the garage. We don't really have anything left here in the house, but in the garage. So that is the end of our 4.5 years up here. Goodbye, little cottage.